Hello, friends. Oh, you don't need to see that. That's what you need to see. You don't need to see my terrible, terrible Twitch inspector. Hello, friends. Welcome to PyroKitty's Tavern. I apologize for the longer than usual starting soon screen. Never fails. I had like 1 minute left on the countdown and my mom called and she's hurt her neck somehow. So she was talking to me about that. And I'm like, I can't just like rush her off the phone because she's like asking me what she should. Anyway, I was like, of course, 1 minute before I start streaming. But anyway, I do realize that I am having really, really terrible bit rate right now. I apologize. Hopefully it starts to get better. Looks like it's okay right this second, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. My goal is to finish building this ankylosaur build. I have a puzzle up and going if anybody wants to work on a puzzle in the background. Looks like Chris is already working on it. It is some art by Suntroa from this Dinovember. Let me show you. It is a ankylosaurus. But we are going to kick off our second stream of Dinovember by talking about the dinosaurs that we did not talk about last time. So last time we got up to Gallimimus, and so today we are going to start talking about Megaraptor, Ankylosaurus, and Coelophysis. So Megaraptor, here, oh, my thing reset. Here is Megaraptor. Oh no, okay, it didn't reset. I was wrong. Here is Megaraptor. Sorry, I'm like all frazzled now. Here are the bones we have. It is a rather large raptor. There's a person for scale. I need to move this. I have my instruction book in the way. So here is its sickle-shaped claws. It actually kind of has two. One very big one and one sort of medium-sized. Here is a skeletal representation. Make that bigger. Quite the beast. Here is an artistic representation. This one has some downy feathers on it. It might have been more feathered than this. I'm not sure if they found any feathers on Megaraptor. Let's read a little bit about Megaraptor. Let's see. I need you to get out of my way, book. There we go. Can I make this? Sorry, guys. Here I was all like, man, I am prepped for stream early. I'm gonna get this going. And then everything breaks. Okay. Megaraptor is a genus of large theropod dinosaur. Namesake of the clade Megaraptora. Let's see. No complete skeletons of Megaraptor are known, so its anatomy has been pieced together over the years through only a few fragmentary specimens. It is estimated that Megaraptor measured 26 feet in length and weighed about 2,200 pounds. Its skull, the anatomy of which is known primarily from a juvenile specimen, was long, low, and slender, though in adults it was likely deeper and more robust, with smaller eye sockets and more robust frontal bones. Similar to tyrannosaurs, it had small conical teeth at the front of its jaws and longer, more curved teeth near the back, a condition known as heterodonty. Megaraptor had very large deltopectoral crest on its upper arm bones, and various other muscle attachment sites suggest that its arms were were strong. So it's got where its muscles would attach definitely showed that it had strong arms. The hand claws of Megaraptor were very long and strongly curved. With the claw of the first finger measuring 14 inches in length, and the claw of the third finger was the smallest at 2.6 in length. Similar to dromaeosaurids and birds of prey, these claws may have been lengthened considerably by a sheath of keratin. Okay, so this is not a hind limb like in other raptors. This is the forelimb. So this is the hands, if you will. And this would have just been the bone base. There would have been a keratin sheath over top of this, making it even longer and bigger. Any other neat tidbits here? Here is a reconstruction of the juvenile skull, which they believe the adult skull would have been a bit more robust. Here's another claw cast. And I mean, you can see here's a 12-inch ruler. And again, this is just the bone base. There probably would have been a keratin sheath over top of this. So yeah, so this is a really big theropod. There's another artistic representation. So next up on our list is Kentrosaurus, which is a stegosaurid dinosaur of the late Jurassic. No complete skeletons are known. The remains provided a nearly complete picture of the animal from 100 of different remains. But so no complete skeleton, but lots of different disconnected pieces. Um, 13 to 15 feet in length as an adult and weighed 1,500 to 3,500 pounds. Walked on all fours with straight hind limbs. Had small elongated head with a beak used to bite off plant material that would be digested in a large gut. It had a probably double row of small plates running down its neck and back. These plates gradually merged into spikes on the hip and tail. The longest spikes were on the tail end and were used to actively defend the animal. There were also long spikes on each shoulder. The thigh bones come in two different types, suggesting that one sex was larger and more stout than the other. That's very speculative. It's also possible that it's just ontogeny, where a younger animal might be, you know, less robust than an adult. So that one, so that's pretty speculative. So here we have some pictures of a skeleton. There you can see the plates, and they kind of like sort of turn into spikes. Like it's this very gradual process. It's kind of interesting. And then these really big shoulder spikes. This thing was definitely very spiky. There's another skeletal. This one looks like it's a cast. And here we have a cast of the brain. That's interesting. So you can see that's the brain, and this, I think, what did it say? The sacral ganglion. the brain. Another example, and you can see those, how the spikes, the plates gradually become the spikes. Here is an artistic representation. The size, so not a super large stegosaurid. This one was shorter than a human, but I mean very long and very heavy. Another image of the brain case. So that's how we know what the brain shape would have looked like. Here is its tail. These are called thagomizers, which is a fun word. These defensive spiky tails in stegosaurids. Thagomizer. You learned a vocab word today. Like all ornithischian, Kentosaurus was a herbivore. The fodder was barely chewed and swallowed in large chunks. One hypothesis on stegosaurid diet holds that they were low-level browsers, eating foliage and low-growing fruit from various non-flowering plants. Kentrosaurus was capable of eating at heights up to 5 feet 7 inches when on all fours. It may also have been possible for it to rear up on its hind legs to reach vegetation higher in trees, which is what's depicted here in this artistic interpretation. With its center of mass close to the hind limbs, the animal could potentially support itself as it stood up. The hips were likely capable of allowing a vertical trunk rotation of about 60 degrees, and the tail probably would either have been fully lifted, not blocking this movement, or have enough curvature to rest on the ground. Thus, it could have provided additional support. Though precisely because of this flexibility, it is not certain whether much support was actually provided. It is not stiff enough to be functional as a third leg, quote unquote. In this pose, Kentrosaurus could have fed at heights of 11 feet. So yeah, so there's Kentrosaurus. Here's some more pictures of it. Most of these I think we've seen. Well, here's the skeletal representation. Here's another artistic representation showing its size. And because these back legs were so long and straight, its center of gravity would have been back this way. So that means it pretty easily probably could have propped itself up if it needed to reach something. All right, and then our last dinosaur of the day to talk about is Coelophysis. Coelophysis was a small, slenderly built, ground-dwelling bipedal carnivore that could grow up to 9.8 feet long. It was one of the earliest known dinosaur genera. Scattered material representing similar animals have been found worldwide in some late Triassic and early Jurassic formations. So this one is from an older, like the late Jurassic, as it says here. It's a Kentrosaurus, late Jurassic. So this one would have been after this one. So let's see some fun tidbits. Here's a bone impression. That's kind of interesting. The snout and front teeth. You can kind of see that layout. Coelophysis had narrow hips, arms adapted for grasping prey, and narrow feet. Its neck and tail were long and slender. The pelvis and hind limbs of Seabari are also slight variations on the theropod body plan. It has the open acetabulum, that's that part of the pelvis, and a straight ankle hinge that defined Dinosauria. The leg ended in a three-toed foot with a raised dew claw. The tail had an unusual structure within its interlocking, I am not even going to, pre-zygapophysis? Wow, that was butchery. Of its vertebrae, which formed a single rigid lattice, apparently to stop the tail from moving up and down, so it would have been rigid straight out. Here is the skull. So you can see it definitely was a carnivore. Here is a artistic interpretation. This has it feathered, which it probably was. And lots of bright colors on this one. But you can see it had like this rigid tail, so it would not have gone up and down really. Here is a skeletal cast, or reconstructed. So yeah, this is a cast. Very long tail. The teeth of Coelophysis were typical of predatory dinosaurs, as they were blade-like, recurved, sharp, jagged, and finely serrated on both the anterior and posterior edges. Its dentition shows that it was carnivorous, probably preying on small lizard-like animals that were discovered with it. It may also have hunted in packs to tackle larger prey. Coelophysis bari has approximately 26 teeth on the maxillary bone of the upper jaw and 27 on the dentary bone of the lower jaw. Oh, I did not update that. That is not what I'm building today. Ignore that. I'm gonna fix that. I know I forgot to fix something. Let me finish reading this about Coelophysis though. Concluded the arm of Coelophysis was flexible and had very good range of motion, but its bone structure suggested that it was comparatively weak. The weak arms and small teeth of this genus suggested that Coelophysis preyed upon animals that were substantially smaller than itself. Reinhardt et al. Agreed that Coelophysis was a hunter of small, fast-moving prey. Carpenter also identified 3 distinct models of theropod arm use and noted that Coelophysis was a combination grasper-clutcher, as compared to other dinosaurs that were clutchers or long-armed graspers. Here we see more of the bones. Here is a bone bed. So there's a lot of them in this bed. Let's look at some pictures here. There's its size comparison again. So relatively small compared to a human, so it would not have eaten anything big, per se. Another skull. Here is a full fossil. Here is 2 together, which is sort of the suggestion that they might have hunted in packs. Here is a artistic interpretation of it feathered. And one more skeletal representation there. Yeah, so that is days 7 through 9 of Dinovember. On Thursday, we'll cover the next days, which will be up to the 13th. So, Dinosaurus, Pachyorhinosaurus, Dryosaurus, Dilophosaurus, and Stegoros. No. We'll stop at Dilophosaurus. So we'll cover 10 through 13 on Thursday. We're not gonna be able to go through the whole list. The last day I stream, I might go over like the ones that I'm gonna miss, because I think our last stream of the month is going to be the 23rd, maybe? I want to say maybe here. And so that day, I might go ahead and just spend a good chunk at the beginning of stream going over the remaining Dinovember dinosaurs. But on Sunday, or no, today is Sunday. What am I saying? On Thursday, goodness gracious, we're going to go over from Shunosaurus through Dilophosaurus. So that is what you have to look forward to there. Clip over here to the puzzle. Welcome in, McGaff. We are still celebrating Dinovember all month long. Just finished talking about some dinos. And I apologize, it looks like I am still having terrible bitrate problems popping up and down. I am doing all right. Today we are building a baby ankylus, or a hatching ankylosaur, I guess. It is that up on the top of screen there. Let me update my build thing because I apparently did not put it correct. A hatching Saurus. All right, where can we buy this one? Of course, where I bought this one, it's not available anymore. So I'm just going to be there we go. Okay. Had to do some updates there. What is a stream without a myriad of technical difficulties? Not a good stream, that's what. All right, so we're gonna get started. I realize these bricks look really yellow on stream. They are not that yellow. They're more like a golden yellow. As soon as I turned on the camera and the lights, I was like, man, those look yellow. They're not that yellow. They're just a like a sort of a golden yellow. But yeah, so let's get kicked off. We are going to build, like I said, this build up here in the corner, this hatching ankylosaur, which is super cute. I hope everybody's had a great day. Mine has been, okay. I'll go with okay. Suntroa has a really terrible shift at work today, and we're kinda cranky over that. Okay, so this is a very awkward build technique. Hope everybody is surviving. If you're in the US, I hope you're surviving the cold front that's coming through. I know I am here in Northwest Florida, and currently it is about 80 degrees outside. We have some thunderstorms going through. And then tonight, it is supposed to drop, and when we wake up tomorrow, it's supposed to be in like the 30s. Fahrenheit. I'm a silly American, I deal in Fahrenheit. But it's supposed to be cold, like real cold. It's supposed to stay that way for the first half of this week. So we had to put all of our plants under the, so I live up on a house that's up on pilings, real common here in Florida. and I had to stick the plants under the house to try and keep them from freezing because they're tropical plants for the most part. They like full sun and heat and not freezing cold temperatures. This is an interesting... This is starting the base for... Yeah, it's there. For this egg. Sort of the planty base. I have never built this brand before. I think it's called Kaido. So far, I don't love the feel of the bricks. They don't click in very well. They're kind of like a soft feeling. I do have most of the set already separated out, thankfully, so... Alright. There are, like, 3 different browns. I think this is the brown it was for that. This... There. Okay. There we go. Oh. This needs to go over one more. Okay. We're figuring this out. The instructions on this set also are not my favorite so far. They keep everything like at exactly the same angle, and it's hard to see what is supposed to go where. There's also a ton of light gray pieces. I'm gonna sort of start spreading them into here, I think. Okay. I don't think I said again. I do have a puzzle up and going if anybody wants to join in on the puzzle. Look at that. Chris is just chugging away on that. Got the border all done. Go. Two of these. All right. Just got a severe weather alert. What is this saying? Okay, that's not. I get like these severe weather warning, but it's like miles north of me. That's not me. All right. Now we play the what color does it want game. Because that is what it shows. It's kind of like a mud color, but as you can see, I don't have any bricks that color. I'm thinking they're gonna have to mean these dark gray, because I don't have any of these in anything other than dark gray. Certainly doesn't look like dark gray, but I think that's what I'm gonna have to go with because I don't have that color in anything else. Two of those. Okay. Yeah, so far I am unimpressed by this brand. The build looks super cute, like the design, but I am less than impressed with the instructions. Yeah, like these colors look nothing like the book. Like, this book is awful. Well, we're calling that gray, so we're just gonna stick with that because I don't know what else it's supposed to be. We got some greeblies going on here. Whew. Yeah, I am going to say I am not thoroughly impressed with this brick company. The instructions aren't super clear. And pieces aren't great. So this brand, it's called Kaido. K-A-I-D-O. If anybody is got any Kaido bricks on your list, I don't know, I'd take them off. Right? And it doesn't want to sit flat. I'm hoping once I get it built, it's just going to be super cute. And all will be forgiven. I'm just kind of having to guess at what colors they want, because they don't match up at all. Not at all. So these are the colors that it wants for this next one. In my mind, that is like a light tan, a white, a light gray, another tan, and then a black. Best I can interpret, it means a darker brown, a light gray, a dark gray, the light brown again, and black. So, yeah, it's... Ah, finally. Oh, nope, that's the wrong piece too. Is that the piece I need? That's the piece I need. I think. Yeah, once again, we are going through I keep doing that. Dinovember. This list is by Casey Snowart. Didn't give her a shout out yet. She's a friend of the channel. And so we're through Seal of Isis. And on Thursday, we'll talk about Ankylosaurus through Dilophosaurus. And starting on Thursday, we're going to be playing Paleopines. That is going to be our dinosaur game. We played it way back when I first started streaming, the beginning of the channel, in a year ago. Yeah, a whole year ago. And I was like, you know what? We should revisit it for Dinovember. All right, where am I doing with all of these? I think these are like broken shell pieces. That's my best guess. Man, these bricks are... tough. Oof. Get up. Let's try that again. There. I had to put all of my force into that. I said I'm just assuming I'm using the right colors because it's not clear. Hope you're enjoying that puzzle. That was Suntroa's Kentrosaurus today. Which he did yesterday, I think he drew that one. Alright, so we have the ability to spin, looks like. We're gonna be able to maybe spin this egg. Maybe? Because this definitely spins. Yeah, see? Spins. Now we've got some plant bits. So I will have to take a break today at about in about 30 minutes or so. Roughly. To 2:30. I'll try and time it in with the ad break. Though, you know what? I could go a little bit longer. Because I just looked at the timer and I'm about to have an ad break. Here. In the next 10 minutes or so. A little less than 10 minutes. Goodness gracious, these pieces. Do not recommend this brand. There we go. We're gonna make sort of like a bush here. Rest of those. That. All right. So we're building a tree. Well, not a tree. A bush. This is definitely going to be like a... Woo. Trying to drop it. This goes on top. Hopefully that secures them down there a little bit. And then another layer. Hope everybody has been doing well today. Hope everybody's ready for the cold weather if you're here in the US. Or Canada. I think Canada's also getting some cold weather going through. Astro Canuck showing that he had some snow this morning. Well, I think it was still snowing actually, when I looked. When I last was over on his stream. Alright, so there is our little paleo bush, we'll call it. That goes in this corner. Alright, so that is our base. That is our base. And that is actually great timing because we are about to go into an ad break. I'm going to go ahead and roll these ads. I was going to go ahead and take a break to feed Azar, but I'm going to wait until the next ad break, I think. Well, I'm trying to see how big the next bag is. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take an extended break. Sorry, just indecision time. I'm going to stick with my original plan. I'm going to take a little bit of a longer break because I've got to try and feed Azar. I at least want to try and get him to eat some of his food. So we're going to swap over to here. I'm going to have the Wander maze game up in the background if you guys want to do exclamation point Wander. But I'll put the puzzle up. Yeah, there's the commands for the maze game, but I'm just gonna have the puzzle up on the screen. But it is going in the background. Exclamation point Wander if you want to get your character wandering around in there. Picking up pieces. Oh. There we go. I will be back in probably, we'll say maybe less than 10 minutes. The ad break will run in that time frame. I'm going to go feed Azar. We finished our base, and I will be back sometime after the ad break. Like I said, probably around 10-minute mark. I'm hoping I can get him to eat. He's not going to be a little difficult child today. So enjoy the puzzle, hang out. I will be back. Thanks for your patience. And I am back. I see we are still in ads. So as soon as the ad break is over... Actually, let me go ahead and swap back over here. Took even less time to get him to eat. The ad ends in about 20 seconds, and then we will get started on the next part. Push that up there. So I have space. I'm going to go ahead and just pick out the pieces I need for my next step. But we won't build anything just yet. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Azar was a very good boy, and he ate his food even quicker than I anticipated. So we can rock and roll right on along. To those. All right, so this looks like it's going to be sort of the base of our egg, if I am interpreting this. Where does this one go? There, I think. No. Oh. Ooh. I'm breaking it, guys. Okay, so this sort of sticks over the edge. That's what I was unsure about. There we go. So, looks like this is going to be what goes down. Oop. Get out of the way, paper. The book is trying to attack my stream. It's being very rude. All right, so there we go. Gonna be an upside down build. That's interesting. I guess it makes sense because you want the pretty parts on the outside. We have a translucent red. There's a number of these. So this build, this hatching ankylosaur, is actually part of a trio of hatching dinosaurs. I know one is a triceratops. I can't remember what the other one is. Excuse me. And you're supposed to, if you get all of them, you can rebuild them as like a tyrannosaur with a like a volcano next to it, like as a re-brick for all the sets together. Not something that I'm interested in. The other two baby hatching dinosaurs didn't look nearly as interesting as the ankylosaur did. So also, we just really like ankylosaurs in this house. It's one of Suntroa's favorite dinosaurs. And I say ankylosaur, not ankylosaurus, because he likes any ankylosaurid. He just likes the armored dinosaurs. He is unperturbed as to which one exactly. Go. Yeah, I definitely am not fond of this brick brand. Hope everybody had a good In7 day, if you are a Mass Effect fan. We got a little tidbit of news on Mass Effect 5. Not really anything satisfactory, but there's a lot going on at the studio. I'm just happy that they're still working on Mass Effect. I'll take that and be happy with it. Oh, that's not... I reversoed it in my head. That goes there. All right. This will show me. Well, no, I'm gonna keep buying the off-brand brick sets. There's so many more designs than LEGO comes out with, and they're so much more affordable. If this set was a Lego brand set, it would not be in my price range. Unfortunately. So this goes... here? Yes. These instructions are also, like I said, they're just not great. Okay, and then that goes on here. Like that? No. These go on first. Being all complicated. Alright, now that goes on there. That. Go. Hey, Casey, welcome in. We're celebrating Dinovember. So far, I've talked about all the dinosaurs down to Coelophysis. And we are building a hatching Anky today. This one up here in the corner, specifically. We've got our little base plate done. But yeah, so we're celebrating Dinovember. I wanted to... I don't have the artistic skill. I know it's not a talent, it's a skill. I don't have the time to develop it, though. So we're going to be doing this, and then on Thursday I'm going to be kicking off playing Paleo Pine. You know a lot about this year's dinos. You're very welcome. Yeah, I don't have the time or patience to learn art. That's what I have Suntroa for. He will do my art that I need. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're resting. What is your favorite dino from this year's list? Oh boy. Okay, let me flip back over. Favorite dino from this year's list. Oh, that's hard to say. All right, I'm gonna go to the Pinterest board. Guys, I put this Pinterest board together for Casey's Dinovember. Let me... So this is my Pinterest board. Which would be my favorite? Probably like Medusa Ceratops or Pachyrhinosaurus. I do like myself a good Ceratopsian. But Khan is very interesting also. Also, Ambopteryx is fun. The little bat-winged dino. But I might have to go with either Pachyrhinosaurus or Medusa Ceratops. That'll probably change if you ask me again. Because I can't hardly decide. It's dinosaurs. I like all dinosaurs. Ambopteryx is neat. Do love some ceratopsians. Yeah, I like good ceratopsians. Stegosaurids are also great. So that makes it real hard to decide there. Centroas is probably almost definitely Kentrosaurus or Stegoros, because he loves ankylosaurids. Not that part. This part. But I hope you are resting up, Casey, after Save the Vaquita week. Felt like my list was pretty Therioforan heavy this year. Lots of Ankies. Yes, there were definitely lots of Ankies and Stegos on there this time. I appreciated it. There's a good number of theropods on there too, though. If any of you did not know, Casey also put together Save the Vaquita week this past week. Vaquita is the world's most critically endangered marine mammal with fewer than 20 left. It's also the world's smallest cetacean, so it's really little and really cute. I will keep that command. Try to balance it, but there was way too many cool ones even will leave up. I know, I don't see how you could put the list together. I would go crazy putting the list together. I would want, like, I'm sorry guys, you have 3 dinos every day. I don't know what happened. Take a pick. Draw all 3. Most of this year's list was dinos. I had to leave off the first. I could see it. I could see that. What did I do wrong? Oh, nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. Still think there were 6 that didn't make the cut. Well, there's always next year. There's always next year. But yeah, we've got baby Anky hatching out of an egg. All right. This goes... There we go. Actually lurking and drawing dinos to catch up while you hang out. Dino heavy day today. Well, perfect place to hang out while I build a dino brick build and complain about this awful set. I love the subject matter and it looks really cute, but the bricks are terrible. Suntroa has not been able to catch up. There is a puzzle going. Speaking of Suntroa catching up, it is Suntroa's Kentrosaurus. If you need a break from drawing and want to work on any puzzling. Yeah, I'm going to be having several of his Dinovember drawings as my puzzles this month. He's trying to add backgrounds on them where he can. Are you having that cold snap that's going through? I don't know if it's affecting the Denver, Colorado area as much as it is going to affect here. We have a high of 80 today, Fahrenheit. And tomorrow morning we're going to wake up and it's going to probably be in the 30s. It's going to be cold. All of my coworkers have been complaining about it. And of course, it's going to hit on the 2 days that Suntroa and I are off, and on our anniversary, actually. Tuesday is our anniversary. It was warm yesterday morning and got cold last night and has stayed cold. So yeah, it hit y'all hit y'all first. And it's now headed our way. Thank you. Yeah, push that back. Oh, that's what's missing. My cover's not up. There we go. It will be our 14th anniversary. Wedding anniversary. We've been together since 2008, so... we were together a while before we were married. Yeah, I know. You're probably over there saying we're so cute. I think we're gonna maybe go do a escape room for our anniversary. If we can get a dog sitter. My mom is usually our dog sitter, and she hurt her neck sleeping. I love when that happens. She's been texting me that she threw her neck out sleeping. Okay. But if she is able to watch Azar on Tuesday, we're gonna go do a escape room. Yeah, she called me the other. She's like, I don't know what I did, but I cannot move my neck. And it's been like that now for, of course it happened. She'd asked off work 2 days, Thursday and Friday, so that she could get some extra housework done. And of course, Wednesday night is when she threw her neck out. So she's been super bummed. That she couldn't do anything that she needed. She might need a new pillow. That's possible. I think part of what happened, she was dog sitting at the time, and the dog she was sitting is a Samoyed puppy and very hyper and still needs to get up and go out a lot at night. And I have a feeling that at one of the times my mom needed to get up and let the puppy out, she might have just twisted wrong, and the consequences were dire. Yeah, a Samoyed. The Samoyed does not belong in this area. She is so hot all the time. She's my niece's dog, and I keep trying to convince my niece. I'm like, maybe you should see if somebody who lives in a colder climate would want this big floof. Because we live in Northwest Florida. It is 80 degrees today. You've got the snow too, Chris McCat? I've been hearing a lot of folks talking about having snow. We're 80 degrees today. Tomorrow morning it's going to be in the 30s, and we're under a fire weather watch, and 10 centimeters. Wow. I wonder if it's going to snow here again this year. I don't think it's going to snow right now. Obviously, we're in a fire weather watch. It's dry. Yeah, fire weather. Because the humidity is going to be under, I think it's 30%. And we've been in a semi-drought, so nobody can have a fire. Or nobody's supposed to have a fire. I can almost guarantee my neighbor's gonna have a fire. And we're all gonna be mad at him. Because you're not supposed to have a fire. That's the whole thing. Fire weather watch means fire bad. Yeah, some people. And we would call and report him for having a fire, but we are the only neighbor next to his house. So he would absolutely know that it was us. And we just don't want to have to deal with that. We just don't want to deal with that. Okay, I did something wrong. I used the wrong piece. That's what I did wrong. Yeah, people don't understand the concept of fire bad. There we go. I was wondering why that didn't look right. Oh, I'm sure it will. It's Florida. I'll dry up like a fish out of water for a while, and then it'll get super humid again. All right. Now, this goes here. Yeah. I think this is going to be the side of the egg, maybe. Okay. Oh boy. This is a complicated little bit. A lot going on. And terrible instructions. Okay. That. Right, that was complicated little bit. All right, so this goes here. This goes here. Go, and then that all goes up here. This, yes. I'm gonna break this as I try and put these on. I could just tell. I could tell. Get on there. There's like nothing holding some of these pieces. It's just like hopes and dreams. Don't break. Ooh. Do, 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 do. Da-da. Okay. Stay together. Don't break. Immediately break. I have nothing to push on to put these pieces on, and these bricks are not very... They don't click on very well, so I'm having to fight them. Right. Get on there. There. And this goes like that. All right. And then this clicks on. Here. There's our dino egg starting to come together. This, I think, is the front. Move that tray away. We're getting there. We have something egg-ish shaped. There we go. These instructions definitely could be better. But the end result is going to be really cute, so... Little baby Anky. Little hatchling. Go. Checking in on the puzzle real quick. I see some folks over there working on the Kentrosaurus. Okay. goes there. Oh. I missed a step. Like I said, these instructions, they are not very good. Get on there. Okay, is that the whole piece? Yes, looks right. And then that is gonna go right there. So we're definitely building another side of the shell. Yeah, I really shouldn't just read the instructions instead of just winging it. Don't wing it. There are instructions there for a reason, Pyro. Okay, there we go. That and a dark gray, I think. There we go. All right. That and that. Looks like we're almost done with this bag. I would have figured there would have been more in this one. All right. So now this connects on this side. Okay. Let me take that off so I can get a good push on there. There we go. So there's 3 sides of our egg. And this side, it looks like it is pretty much all broken open. And it's just going to be some crackled pieces. Breaking stuff as I go. Take that off while I fix this part. Wonder if I missed a piece somewhere. That's a big piece to have as an extra. Well. This goes this way. So that is the other side. There is our egg. Our eggshell, I suppose I should say. That is obviously broken open. And we're going to set that aside too. And now, onto our next bag, which I already have separated out. And we're going to start off with another one of these red transparent pieces. But I think these are mostly for, like I said, this one is part of like a set of 3 hatchling dinos that merge to become like a T-Rex with a erupting volcano in the background. And I think these red transparent ones are for that volcano because they're all kind of hidden in this. Yeah, they merge. So like you take the pieces from this hatchling and there's like 2 others that I can't remember which ones they are, and then you can re-brick them into like a T-Rex and volcano. But the other 2 hatchlings, they didn't really interest me, so I didn't order them. All right, now we play the What Color Is That game. Because that is definitely a different color. Is that this brown? Is that what they mean? I'm gonna guess that's what they mean. Nope, not that one. It's either this brown or this tan, but I don't think it's this tan. It's this piece, but a different color. So I think it's this brown. I'm going to show you. So this is the color in question. This is my best guess. It doesn't look anything like that shade, but that's my best guess. Just going to go with that. Oh, I see. Building our actual, starting the actual Anky now. Think, looks like. These are in the wrong spot. They go here. There we go. Oh. A book fell. I wish these had digital instructions. Because the lack of digital instructions means I have to keep this book up in my way. We're gonna assume that this is this broom. All right. There we go. This brown does not look anything like the picture, but this is an interesting little piece. Kind of a Technic piece. All right, that goes on that end. These must be the limb attachment points. So this must be the part of the back, maybe? There we go. Or maybe this is... No, this is going to be the sternum. This is going to be the sternum. These are the limb attachment points. This is probably going to be the head. Base for the head, at least. Go. A lot of these brown pieces this go around. Which I keep forgetting what color the book is representing this brown with, so that's a challenge. Alright. It has turned this way. And we're going to build our body up. There we go. Whoop. Go, and this. How many of these do I need? 4. I tried to keep this semi-organized as I was separating my pieces, but there were too many to really keep it completely organized, unfortunately. That. All right. So this is the sternum building towards the
water and water and water.
Welcome
water,
in,
water,
Cortez.
And water and water and water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
Thank you for the triple health check. Oh, stretch. Stretch the wrist. How are you? We are still celebrating Dinovember. We are building a hatching ankylosaurus. And I'm trying to find pieces. Oh, we do have an ad break coming up here shortly. I'm not going to build during the ad break. I might set out the pieces for the next step, but I won't build. Might actually go refill my water on this break while the ads run. Go. Just finished my water. So I might refill that on the ad break. There's some advertising. There's our merch. Tavern and Glade. If you do exclamation point merch, you can get to that page. So that ad is going to be starting here in a couple of minutes. I'll mute my microphone during the ad while I go get a refill on my water. Okay. That is not that. That is definitely brown. There it is. Right. It's an interesting step. Is that where this goes? Yes. There we go. Sort of getting the body put together here. I'm going to try and keep an eye on when that ad starts. Probably going to be during this step, looks like. So I'm just going to set out the pieces for this step, mute the microphone, go refill my water, and then we will get back to it after the ad break. I do run 3 minutes of ads to get them all out of the way so you don't have pre-rolls. Just gets them knocked out of the way quickly. All right, that ad is going to be running any second here. I'll bring up the puzzle so you guys can check the progress on it. And man, you guys are knocking it out of the park. Just got the body of the Kentrosaurus left. Again, this is art, excuse me, art by Suntroa Arts. I'm gonna check him out. All right, that ad is gonna start any second now. It said, oh. There's the ad break. All right, I'm going to mute my microphone and go get myself some more water. And I will be back, hopefully before the ad ends. All right. I am back. Ads end in about 15 seconds. I am just going to set out some pieces for the upcoming step, because this one looks like it's a pretty quick step. Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. We are gonna swap back over here and keep on building. We are once again building a hatching ankylosaurus for Dinovember. Oof. Ah, there's like a little gnat that has decided that I am its perfect target. There we go. All right, so these are specific pieces. I need 2 of each. Ooh. There we go. Get on there. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh. Okay. My captions are not working. There they go. I'm like, why are my captions not working? My Twitch inspector said that everything is fine at the moment. Okay. And I apologize for any bitrate issues. Internet is being a struggle. Oh. All right, Cortez, go ahead and place that last piece. Or I could place the last piece. I can see it. There we go. And finished. Good job, guys. If you have a puzzle bee, Over in Casey's chat, guys like to be called puzzle bees. Good job. Let's see. I think I have another one I could go ahead and put up for y'all. This is a repeat from, we've done this one before, but it is a dinosaur, so we'll do it again. Definitely not procrastinating right now. Yeah, I thought you said you had to lurk and do something else. Ooh. Book fell and tried to mess up all of my pieces. All right, if you refresh the page, there is a new puzzle. There you guys go. If anybody is interested in working on another puzzle, you don't have to. If you have other things to do, please do what you need to do. But there's another puzzle up for anybody who is interested. It is one we have done in the past, but there it is. There we go. There we are. Is that it? Yes. At this point in time, it could also be a spaceship. Go. I don't know why it didn't say just to build this twice, because it's the same. All right. Oh, I should put these on first. So we're starting to put on some of the spiky bits. First spiky bit. There we go. This goes this way, yeah. There we go. There's our first spiky bits. Alright, we are twisted. Why are we twisted? Oh goodness. Well, we just broke a piece. It broke, guys. And I don't think I have any others of that type of piece, so we're gonna hope it works still. Yeah, that piece is... Let me... This one. Both of these pieces, actually. Thoroughly broked. Thoroughly borked. Hopefully it still works, though. It does have a piece on top of it that'll maybe hold it all together. Yeah, so I think it'll be okay, because it's got that on there to hold it all together. But just goes to show. But yeah, definitely broke that piece, like right just now. I've got to say, this is the first time I have built a lot of these third-party Lego. These off-brand Legos, faux Lego, fake Lego, whatever you want to call them. And that is the first time I've ever had a piece break on me like that. Yeah, like these pieces. Oh. All right, so now we're gonna attach a piece. So these, I think, are gonna be sort of representing the scoots for the armor pieces. And that. Right. All right. Like that. Okay, so now these go on either. All right, so there's some more of our scoots. I gotta be careful with these pieces because I'm afraid that will break. I have had these little hands break on some of the other third-party Lego before. But I've never had like a whole piece break like that one did. That was crazy. And it wasn't just one piece, it was two pieces. It was two pieces. Two more of those. That. So, more scoots coming together here. All right. I'm trying to be real careful with these arms because now I know these bricks are not very good. There's some of our more scoots. And that. All right. Got some little scoots being put together here. I'm trying not to lose my place. Okay. Right. Getting a whole belly, well, actually a whole back of scoots put together here. I think I'll be able to find these pieces pretty easy. But I am blind, apparently. There we are. It's hiding. This goes upward. Okay, and then those go up here. Ooh, that was real tight going on there. I was afraid it was going to break. All right, so there is our back full of scoots. So now we're going to attach it. So this is the belly. This is the back. Got the side scoot. And now this is going to fall apart. That's what it's going to do. Naturally. It's a very interesting build method they have going on here. They want it to be rounded. So it just attaches at the top and bottom. And that way it achieves this kind of rounded angle. There's our ankylosaur back for our baby Anky. Two of these. All right, there's the other one. I'm like, it says there's two of these somewhere. And this goes like that. I don't know if we're making the tail now or the head. Head, maybe. Yeah, I think we're making the head now. At least I think it's gonna be the head. We'll find out. All right, and then oh, this is okay. This is gonna be the tail. Yeah, so this is the mace tail on our Anky. Add some more scoots on here. Goodness gracious. Pop that piece up. It's gonna drive me crazy. All right, so now this piece attaches to here. So there's our tail. And then that goes. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna take that off to put this in so I don't break anything else, because that is, oh, that is a tight fit. So I don't think the tail actually would have been able, well, okay, yeah. The tail would have had to have been much further down, but I think for the egg, it's gonna have to be like up much higher, but we'll see. So there is, because I think this is more like the natural position. Okay. Still hope I'm using the right color. I'm assuming I am, 'cause it matches up. There we go. Ow! Now one of those translucent reds. Ooh. I caught it. All right. There we go. Now we're going into this other color. This might be the head. This is looking kind of head-ish. So this is gonna have some stickers. So it came with like these little cheek color stickers. I don't know if I'm gonna use that one or just the eyes. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and put on one of these eyes. This is a challenge. All right, I went ahead and put the cute blush. I don't know what it's supposed to be called. All right, so now I need to make the other side. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put the eyes. Well, no. I need to wait till I get it built. I was trying to decide if there was a better order to put them in, but Did I do that backwards? No, okay. All right, there's our eyes. Our baby Anky has eyes. Oh, it's a dark brown. I was like, what is it wanting? I don't have that piece. I put those on backwards. That's okay, we could take them off, I think. I dropped a piece, guys. All right. Pop that one off. Get some light here. Can't use you. All right. One moment, guys. I'll grab a flashlight, see if I can find this piece. Aha! I found it. There it is. All right, let's try that again. Come on. All right. Let's try a different method here. There we go. There's our baby Anky head. You can open the mouth and there's a little tongue. All right. Now the tricky part. Putting this on here without breaking everything. Whew. It's our head. Now we just need the limbs. Alright, looks like I'm going to start needing this gray, because there's going to be a bit of the egg that's on top of her head. Relocate these so I can consolidate a little bit. There we go. Let's get rid of that one. Free up some space. There we go. Yeah, I think this is going to be bits of broken shell that goes on top of our Anky's head. Okay, so this goes. Come here, Azar. Heads up, Azar is starting to get a little restless, so he might bark here. There you go, Papa. Alright, good boy. He laid back down, thankfully. All right, so those go together. Right. It was right there. Two, three. Struck again by struggling with the instructions. Here, I'm trying to put it on the wrong way. There we go. Another bit of broken shell. All right. Yeah, this is... Rolled out of bed this morning, went straight to finishing an assignment for one of my classes. A while ago, we finished that puzzle. I realized that I was all stinky, felt gross, and had a headache coming on, so took a shower. Feels so much better. Yeah, sometimes a shower is just all you need. Like, you'll just be like, oh, I feel terrible, everything is gross, it just, bleh. And then you take a shower, and you're just like, oh. It was just that. That was it. There is another puzzle if you are bored and interested in working on one. It is one we have done in the past, but still related to Dinovember. All right, there we go. Now, there we go. We're working our way right on through this set. There we go. We do have an ad coming up. As usual, I'm not going to build during the ad. I will take a break. Have a stretch break. Probably going to mute my microphone and go use the little Pyro's room. I'll put the puzzle up on the screen once the ad starts. Still have a couple minutes. But just giving you a heads up, it's coming up. I want to find some streamers I've been on their stream. They have like a little alert that pops up in the corner. I keep debating if maybe I want to get an alert that pops up before my ad breaks. But then on the flip side, I sometimes go ahead and just run my ad. Like if I'm playing a game and I know I'm coming to a stopping point, I might like manually run the ad to get it out of the way while I'm at that stopping point. So, I don't know, maybe that's not a great idea. Have a alert. Don't think it would be as useful on how I run my ads. And I guess goes here. Yeah. Oh. Does that just proceed to break everything below it? Breaking pieces. There's like nothing holding that. Just thoughts. This is not the best to build. I've commented that before, but I'm going to reiterate. Kind of glad that it's not available for people to purchase, because I don't know that I could recommend it. I don't recommend this build. It's super cute, don't get me wrong, but it is not well constructed at all. All right, that ad will be starting here any minute. There's that ad break. All right, guys, I'm going to mute my microphone for just a moment. And I'm gonna run to the restroom. And then when we get back, we will continue our build. Hopefully making this more secure, because it is not very secure at the moment. All right, I will be back before the ad break, I'm sure. Sorry about that delay. I was back, but as soon as I stepped out of the restroom, Azar was asking to go outside. And he's the old man, so if he needs to go outside, he gotta go outside. He can't wait. All right, so we're gonna continue on our... Oh, you had ads in Spanish? It loves giving me ads in Spanish. When I'm on another channel, I get ads in Spanish all the time. Cast W Art, thank you for the raid. welcome on in, guys. Welcome on in. If you have any art to show off, feel free. We are celebrating Dinovember in our variety streamer sort of way. I am building this hatching ankylosaur you see right up here. But we are celebrating Casey Snow Art's Dinovember from a non-art perspective. We were talking about dinosaurs, and I'm doing some dinosaur brick builds. I did a T-Rex skull on Thursday, and then today I'm doing this baby ankylosaur. And then starting on this upcoming Thursday, I will be playing Paleo Pines. Yes, we are doing some brick building. These are fake Lego. You will hear me complain. I often do fake Lego, but this is probably one of the worst sets I've done. Yes, Paleo Pines. I'm going to start up on Thursday and play it through the end of the month. And then at the start of each stream, I do talk about the dinosaurs that are part of this, the dinosaurs on the Dinovember list. Sort of go over them a little bit. Thank you for the follow, Dragon Feathers. Welcome to the tavern. Yeah, I hope you had a great stream. Like I said, if you have any art you'd like to share or anything that you did, feel free. I myself am not an artist. I am a variety streamer. I do brick building at the first couple streams of every month, and then I play usually cozy games. But I am, I guess you could say I'm part of the artist community. I am one of Casey Snow Art's mods. My husband is an art streamer. So I am part of Art Twitch by proxy. Lego is an art. But we definitely support Art Twitch over here. Again, if you have any art at all from stream today, feel free to share. As I puzzle over what on earth streaming is also an art. Streaming is something that you bash your head against the wall for a few times and hope it goes right. At least that's my experience streaming this past year. You scream into the void for a while and hope somebody listens and is interested. But yeah, we're building a hatching ankylosaur. Here is what we've got so far of the actual ankylosaurus, and here is the part of the egg that we've built so far. I think this part of the egg is going to go on top of the ankylosaur's head. That's the truth, yeah. Just scream into the void, hope somebody likes it. I normally recommend the brick sets that I'm building, but again, like I said, I am not impressed this time, and it's not available online anymore, and I'm actually kind of glad for that, because this is probably one of my worst faux Lego sets that I've put together. Yeah, welcome on in. Hope you had a great stream. If you need to raid and run and go rest, feel free. I do have a puzzle up and going. This is some of Suntroa Art's dinosaur art. Exclamation point buzz puzzle, or it is pinned to the top of chat. If any of you are puzzlers and want to work on that. Do enjoy puzzles. Yeah, I thought you guys enjoyed puzzles over there. I always try and have a community puzzle up and going in the background. No, that is the wrong way. That's the way I need to go. But yeah, hope you enjoy your time here, just hanging out, chilling. We are full of chill vibes. I try to keep it pretty chill and relaxed here. I do occasionally play some bigger games, mostly if a BioWare game comes out. That's my BioWare games are my weakness. All right, we're gonna put the head on the ankylosaurus. So we just put part of the ankylosaurus head on here, and now we're going to attach bit of shell. All right, yeah, it goes this way. It's gonna be interesting. Might have to remove the head to do this. Yeah. Last year we played Dragon Age Veilguard in December and January and February, and I think March too. There we go. There's the shell that she popped out of. Okay. Let's see. Ow! I just kicked the underside of my desk. Good job, me. A+ streamer. Total pro over here. Welcome back, Casey. You having fun drawing your dinos? Look, our ankylosaur, our little baby Anky is coming together. We've got some scoots. We've got a face and a shell on top of its head. You finna lurky turkey. Yeah, this is definitely cute. I don't recommend the build just because the brick quality is awful and the instructions are not great, but it's producing a really cute baby Anky, so I guess I can't complain too badly. It looks like we're gonna start making some arms and legs now. I'm hoping the bitrate issue is a little bit better. We can appreciate the end result of the journey, but never want to go on the journey again. Exactly. Yeah, I am making definite note of this brand, and not getting it. It was an odd brand that I got in the first place, like not one of my usual off brands that I get, and it's from a totally different company that I usually order from, and it was on clearance, and I think I understand why. Like the face better than the Lego bumpy ones? Yeah. It's got little stickers with a little cute blush mark. I debated not putting the blush mark on, but I did anyway. Because it's cute. Right? Adding a step in there. What am I doing? Oh. I have a doggo. His name is Azar. He is currently mad, so you might hear him start to bark. There is a picture of said doggo. He's usually sleeping in that bed, but right now he is getting a little mad. So if you hear a bark in the background, I apologize. He is just being a grumpy old man. Santroa's work schedule is absolutely the worst on Sundays now, and Azar is still not used to it. And he does not like the change in his routine. Where his papa is not home. Relate to grumpy old man. Yeah, he is very much grumpy old man right now. His routine is not the way it's supposed to be. His papa is not home when his papa should be home. And nothing is right in the world. He did not give his permission to change up the schedule. Yeah, the time change also messes with him a little bit. But Santroa used to get off work at about an hour and a half ago. But they changed his shift so that now he has to close on Sundays, so he's still going to be there for like another 6 hours. You have a grumpy peacock that waits for you at the door, and they're so confused when you're not there feeding them. Oh, there's the barking. Don't know if you can hear it or not, but... he is letting his displeasure be known. Yeah, cute old man barks. There's our little first couple of legs. Azar, come here. I know. Do you want a carrot? Do you want a carrot? Speaking of animals, need to get your kid and husband foods for dinner. I'll say, okay, thank you for the alert. Have a good rest of your day. You heard a little bark. Thank you. Thank you again for the raid. I have a little freeze-dried carrot. This should help with these. Okay. Good. Down there. Oh. No, you're good. There you go. I mean, I do have raid messages, but don't need them just yet. Yeah. No, I know. His little barks sound almost exactly like an arf. Yeah. He usually will just sort of do like a huff. That's what, it's just like a... one of my friends says that he has like the perfect, what you would expect an old man bark to sound like an old man. There you go. Lay down there, Papa. Everything is fine. The world is not ending. It's not your dinner time. I don't think he believes any of this. The end of the world is definitely at nigh. Oh. And he laid down. Oh, he's doing his little... He does these little, like, snurfy digs. He's gonna dig around in his bed. It's one of his ways of self-soothing. Yeah, hope you all enjoy Pupper Cam. He doesn't lay in that bed as much right now. He's, we usually get him groomed, and he's right in need of an appointment. Well, I have an appointment, but it's not for another week. So he's kind of warm, and that bed is heated, the one that's on camera. It has a little heating pad in it. But it's supposed to get down to like 30 degrees tonight, so he might start to enjoy that bed a lot more. He might have a sudden appreciation for that heated bed. Okay. All our little leggies are on there. Little leggies. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, so thanks for being not very clear on where this goes in. Oh no. So we're losing Scoots. Okay, Scoot's reattached. We're good. Crisis averted. All right, so there's our baby. And now we're going to put him in the egg here somehow. Oh, there he barks again. Take that off. No. Okay. I can do this despite any real instruction from them. I believe I can get this in there. Okay. Baby is not secure. Okay, now baby is secure. Baby is secure. All right, now let's fix the front plate again. Oh. You're probably gonna hear him barking again. My appeasement attempt was not successful with him. Thankfully, I think my my mic blocks out most of the barking sound. There we go. All right. Here is our baby ankylosaur. That little camera here. Peeking out from under the shell. Got scoots on the back and his little thwompy tail. And this sort of open that up a little bit. You can see his little feetsies. I'm gonna open his mouth a little bit. There you go. His little eyes peeking out. It's very moves around a little bit. So I'm not gonna say it's super secure, but should do well to put on a shelf and but yeah, so there is our baby ankylosaur. We'll name her Anky. Seems to be a fitting name. Had a few extra pieces. I don't know if I'm supposed to have this many extra pieces, but I do. Oh, you know what? We haven't put her on our base. I know, I thought we were missing a step. So now let's put her on her base. So... there's the two holes gotta match up with these, so I'm just trying to very carefully. Okay, she is on there, and she spins. There we go. So there is her on her base. Like I said, she spins around. There is our completed hatchling ankylosaur. Very cute. Let me move this out of the way. All right. So again, as a reminder, we are celebrating Dinovember for the rest of November. We will be back on Thursday, and I will go over Shunosaurus, Pachyorhinosaurus, Dryosaurus, and Dilophosaurus. And we will be playing some Paleopines on Thursday. And yeah, so let's go ahead and wrap up. Don't run away though, because we are going to spread this raid love on. Thank you again for CastW Art for raiding in. Thank you, Dragon Feathers, for the new follow. Where'd my... Okay, my captions or my credits just started and then stopped suddenly. Who are we gonna go say hello to? There are my raid calls. Top one if you are a subscriber, bottom one if you are not. Let's see who we can say hi to though. All right, so we have two options. We could raid into an artist who is drawing dinosaurs, or we could raid into a dinosaur paleontologist that is talking about dinosaur quote-unquote mummies, among other things. You know what, let's raid into an artist. We got an art raid today, so let's continue the art. You vote artist. All right. So we're going to go say hi to Yengu LaRue, who is doing an animation for Coelophysis today. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week. I hope to see you all on Thursday for some Paleopines and hanging out and chilling. I'll have another puzzle up and going, probably a couple different puzzles. And yeah, I will hopefully see you all on Thursday. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. Bye, friends.